As you may have noticed, I intentionally left yesterday's holiday with no sign-off or ending. I wanted you to recognize that movement of expectation and waiting for the next thing to come. Very natural. I just wanted you to see that. And in that case, it never came. Until now. So I assume you've all been sitting there on holiday since yesterday. Good. But there is a larger point, as a matter of fact, to what I'm saying now. It's not just about sitting for 10 or 20 minutes in the morning with Sal, being on holiday. Although, I guess there could be worse ways to spend your time. No. Being on holiday is a way of being always. And so the point of my leaving the ending off yesterday and not saying anything again until today is that what did you do in between those two? You have the holiday for 15, 20 minutes or whatever it may be with Sal, and then it's off to the races again in the mind. Right? It's okay, no worries. But just something to notice. My recommendation is, and always is, being on holiday is not a practice. It's not something you dedicate 15 minutes to in the morning or the evening, although that's also fine to do. A holiday is a way of being in life. Coming out into the sun again and again, making that more and more your default way of being. So let's have a holiday today for a little while. And I wanted to address something I spoke about yesterday and look a little bit more into it. That's that point where the I, or the rising I, emerges from source. So in pure being knowing, like now for a moment, consciously aware that I am. Unborn, as I've said before. Then some thoughts happen, and immediately from that comes this identification of I, who I am, pure being knowing, with that thought. Then I, in that sense, become that thought, the rising I. So what is that little spot right there where that begins? You can see that movement. So when we're sitting here on holiday, blown wide open, pure subjective consciousness, pure knowing, pure being. And also, as I said yesterday, that combination of the love of being. And now with that, I want to have a little bit of noticing what's happening when that rising I starts appearing. Have a look. Just be here for a moment. Pure knowing being, blown wide open. And just be consciously aware in kind of attentive way of when that rising eye begins. And the moment you notice the rising eye beginning, just come back out into the sun. Don't wait for me to speak. Take care of your own business here. Attend to pure being knowing, and just notice when that rising eye starts to appear. If you're really being attentive to yourself, in love with pure being, you'll notice it very quickly, almost immediately. This is good. You can see the beginning movement of that rising eye. And if not, that's fine also. Maybe the rising eye appears, you get caught up in that for a minute or 5 minutes or whatever, it doesn't matter. And then you notice. Well, when you do notice that, then you immediately trace that back down to its source, pure being knowing. Just go backwards, back into pure being knowing. Either way is okay. So now, notice when that rising eye happens. And I'm going to give you a few minutes here to do that. Notice when that rising eye happens, how it proclaims itself to be I, who I am. Inherent in the thought is the phantom I saying, this is me, I am this, and I am the one having this thought. And just notice that, the proclamation that thought has, that it is me. See, that's just a little wave, isn't it? Just exactly as a wave arises on the surface of ocean. It can be a ripple, it can be a wave, it can be a tidal wave, but it arises on the surface of ocean and then subsides back into the surface of ocean. In the same way, just see, be the ocean of pure being and notice how those little waves come. Not a problem. Then you just rest as ocean itself, including the waves. No worries. And don't wait for me to speak. Do the inquiry. Be on holiday. See how things move here. You're your own authority to see what's going on. So just, again, the two aspects, the love of being and the noticing of what's going on here as far as the movement. Okay, well, I won't leave you hanging again today, because I know none of you even left your couch since yesterday because you're waiting for me to speak. But my point about not just being on holiday for 15 minutes or whatever with Sal, which of course is good, but not just that. This is a way of being. So during your day, holiday, 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 and oh yes, did I mention holiday? It's good to be with you. I'll be back again tomorrow. Peace.